AI versus humans, the end of art, or just the end of unoriginality? Right now, there is this massive, heated debate raging about whether machines are going to replace artists entirely. But honestly, that framing might actually be totally wrong. It's not really about humans versus machines, it's about something much deeper.
So, we're kicking things off with a massive question to set the stage for this explainer. When we completely panic about AI taking over, what exactly is it taking over? Is it actually killing true art, or is it just acting as an exterminator for unoriginal copy and paste content? Let's dive in. Part 1. The AI art invasion, when machines become masters. To really grasp the sheer, terrifyingly awesome power of this tech, we have to look at what it can already do today. AI is absolutely no longer a future concept. It is perfectly cloning the styles of legendary artists right now. Whether we're talking about the whimsical animation style of Studio Ghibli, writing complex, twisting screenplays, or literally bringing the voice of iconic singers like Mohad Rafi back to sing brand new songs, AI does this in seconds. It processes the prompt, and boom, it delivers. Part 2. The illusion of originality. Are humans truly unique? But to really understand this AI threat, we kind of have to flip the script and ask a tough question. How original are humans actually? The brilliant 20th century philosopher Jiddu Krishnamurti pointed out that our minds are deeply conditioned from childhood. Think about it. Our brains are constantly being programmed by everything we see, hear, and read, meaning our thoughts might not be as completely ours as we believe. Can there be any totally original ideas if our brains are just repeating and mixing up what they've already learned? Mark Twain hit the nail on the head with this. He said, there is no such thing as a new idea. We just take old ideas and put them into a sort of mental kaleidoscope. I love that analogy. A kaleidoscope has a fixed set of beads, right? But every single time you shake it, you get this beautiful, seemingly brand new pattern. We take older, existing ideas, mix them up, and call them new. We don't just magically conjure them from thin air. And this concept of the kaleidoscope perfectly mirrors the way humans and AI both learn. Think about what happens in fine arts or film schools. We literally feed students data. We make them study Shakespeare, Van Gogh, and Satyajit Ray so they can analyze the patterns. Now compare that to machine learning. That is exactly what we do with AI. We feed it books, films, and basically the entire internet. When a human filmmaker mimics a master, we call it inspiration. When AI does it in 3 seconds, suddenly we call it an insult to art. But it's the exact same process of permutation and combination. AI is just infinitely faster at it. Part 3. The film factory problem. Templates and copies. So if human creativity is really just mashing up old ideas, what happens when it becomes lazy? Well, you get highly formulaic and unoriginal factory creation. Consider some of Bollywood's massive blockbuster hits from major stars. Nearly all of them are direct copies or very heavy inspirations of Hollywood films. Lal Singh Chaddha is literally Forrest Gump. Gajini completely copied Memento. So when we complain about AI just copying existing art, we have to acknowledge that corporate film and music industries have been doing exactly that for decades. In these corporate environments, usually managed by MBA grads, workers are just cogs in a machine doing repetitive tasks. It is essentially the McDonald's model of cinema. Hollywood and Bollywood both have these massive production houses that simply no longer care about creative risk. They standardize movie recipes to prioritize profit. They have fixed templates for how a hero enters a scene or exactly how a dramatic moment unfolds. It is completely mechanized. And honestly, if your art is just following a mechanical template, it's going to be incredibly easy for AI to replace you. Part 4. The history of replacement, capitalism, and automation. To see where all of this is going, we have to look back at the macroeconomic reality. The fear of replacement isn't new at all. Capitalist corporations have always sought to replace mechanical human labor with efficient technology. Back in Mahatma Gandhi's era, machines replaced handloom weavers. When the camera was invented, it replaced the sketch artist. When complex spreadsheet software arrived, it replaced thousands of accountants. A corporation's ultimate objective is profitability. Anything that can be replaced to cut costs will absolutely be replaced. Today, writers and editors doing template-driven work are just next in line. And we are already seeing digital replicas stepping into the shoes of humans to perform these standard jobs. This isn't some far-off science fiction. We've literally seen an AI avatar of news anchor Anjana Om Kashyap on television, looking and sounding exactly like the real person. Now, while the real anchor might keep her top job, that avatar definitely takes away opportunities from new humans trying to enter the field and read those standardized news bulletins. Which forces us to take a step back and ask, what is truly safe from the march of automation? If the templates can be learned and the corporate goal is always to maximize profit, have humans lost the battle entirely? Is it just game over for us? Part 5. The human edge, authenticity, and experience. The ultimate answer to the AI question lies in the sheer irreplaceability of the human soul. There is a massive, fundamental difference between mechanical corporate output and authentic art. Authentic art is born from lived experiences. Take a director like Anurag Kashyap. He struggled with alcoholism, spent a year away from his daughter, and poured those intense, painful emotions directly into his films. He makes art as a visceral reaction to societal violence. AI doesn't have a childhood. It doesn't get its heart broken. It doesn't feel pain, anger, or empathy. Sure, it can scrape a million scripts, but it can never get genuinely immersed in a human experience. That lived authenticity, that makes true human artists completely irreplaceable. As the legendary independent filmmaker Jim Jarmusch advises, true art isn't about unprecedented originality. It's about filtering inspirations through your completely unique soul. Jarmusch actually admits nothing is totally original. He encourages artists to steal from old movies, books, architecture, and even clouds, absorb the entire world. But the absolute crucial key here is to only keep what speaks directly to your soul. If you do that, your work will be authentic, and literally no AI can ever replicate that specific, beautiful human filter. Part 6. Embracing the AI tool. Empowerment over fear. So how do we handle this wild new landscape? The big takeaway from this explainer is that AI is just a new tool we must learn to wield. Think about it. When calculators were invented, mathematicians didn't just disappear, right? They just stopped doing tedious manual arithmetic. When digital tablets arrived, artists just swapped physical canvases for digital ones. AI is exactly the same thing. It is a highly advanced digital paintbrush. It only replaces you if your entire creative process is as mechanical as a calculator. Individual creators can actually use AI to dramatically reduce costs and absolutely overpower corporate monopolies. Instead of needing an army of animators or a massive corporate budget to make an animated film or an indie video game, a single independent artist can use AI to bypass tedious research and instantly generate assets. AI isn't just cutting costs for greedy corporations. It is heavily empowering the individual. It's literally giving you the power of an entire studio right on your laptop. I'll leave you with this provocative thought to challenge how you view your own creative future. The choice is entirely up to you. You can either desperately cling to a repetitive, template-driven job that a machine is destined to learn anyway, or you can embrace the technology, step out of the corporate factory, and finally use these tools to express the unique, authentic experiences that only you have lived. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and I hope it changes the way you look at the canvas of your future.